What's up, guys? Welcome back to Higurashi. There was no way I was able to sleep. When she hung up the phone like that, I realized that for the first time what kind of situation I was in. As well as those who only ally would support was me. I waited with bated breath for Sean to calm down and call me back. What would I do if the phone rang while I was sound asleep? No matter how long I waited, however, it never rang. Exhausted, whenever my mind started to wander, I would jolt awake as though I heard the phone ring. In the end, I brought the cordless phone with me to my futon and went to sleep with it in my arms. Though it still didn't amount to anything. Morning came, by what time I was pretty sure she was calling back. This was the fierce drowsiness that assailed me. Damn it, there's no time for sleep, Kichi, my bear. I set my face a few times. Then I went to the washroom and washed my face, which is something I usually didn't do. That was enough either, so I even brushed my teeth. After that, I was finally wide awake. My mom was so strange, I was acting, her eyes went wide. What's wrong, Kichi? Are you going somewhere today? Going somewhere? Yeah, to school. Kichi, you don't look so good today. Do you have a cold? I'm not sick, I just didn't get much sleep. If I space out and start talking nonsense, just humor me. I wonder what kind of nonsense you'll say. I don't wonder. Now I'm looking to it. How? I felt utterly shuddered, and I started and picked myself back up this morning, and for precisely that reason, when I saw my smile was a sight for his sore eyes. Yo, what's up, Kichi? Or Kichan, good morning. What? Me, Jen, you look like you didn't get much sleep either. Yeah, and I got home early yesterday with a hangover, but she didn't look too good this morning either. Her usual cheerfulness was completely buried in shadow. Yeah, I went to bed like 3. I'm a little tired. 3? And no, you can't keep staying up late. You probably read the first volume of a manga that I was interesting in the entire series, didn't you? I know I said I've done that before. I joked trying to shake off my sleepiness. I was trying to be considerate. However, neither Mia nor Arena smiled. In fact, they didn't even pay attention. Another expression immediately darkened. What? What? Wait, is it about the mayor? He still hasn't been found? Nope. Hey, wait a minute, what are you talking about? You can't find the mayor. Even the classroom, which is known like person with bright, joking voices, seemed filled with a different sort of murmur today. Good morning, Kichi-san. Have you heard? It looks like something terrible had happened. I don't really know this young person. He's an old guy, right? Couldn't he just be wandering around senile? The mayor's most certainly not senile. He's a sprightly man who could teach both calligraphy and swordsmanship. He probably got lost somewhere like me. I lost Rika. Won't take you home with me. Getting lost is only cute because children like Rika shouldn't do it. And worn out old man getting lost isn't more in the slightest. Ah, man. While my mind entertained dumb thoughts like that, our teacher arrived and rushed for their seats. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The class screen was normal, but the atmosphere in the room was heavy. Some of you may have already heard, but last night, despite the late hour, the mayor never came home. Is there anyone who saw the mayor yesterday? 1 or 2 hands went up in silence, and they told her about having seen him. Never seemed to be vital information, however, and everyone began whispering amongst themselves. Everyone has seen the mayor, please tell them all about it, alright? Now then, let's begin class. After that, the same home lessons began. Numerous once quiet had blossomed in flowers again at lunchtime. I could hear a few different conversations, most likely related to Amir's disappearance. Summing them all up, I came out with this. Yesterday evening, the man went to a meeting at the Shrine's Assembly Hall. The meeting ended after the sun had fully set and everyone left. The elder's house was a bit from the seigneur of Hinamasawa. It was already late, and Hinamasawa doesn't have a lot of lights outside. Nobody saw the mayor after the meeting. However, because he would have been hungry, he wouldn't have taken any side trips, he would have gone straight home. However, no matter how long his family waited, he never returned. Some thought there might have been an accident. Let no stone unturned, they searched from the irrigation channels to the water wells and even in the rice paddies, but they didn't find him. Of course, there's no limit how far they could search in the middle of the night. The police were going to wait for daylight and have the young men of the town help search. If after all that they didn't find him, they were apparently even going to look in the mountains. Even at this moment, the adults were probably all searching for him. The more they searched in vain, and more time passed. The only thing that came to mind was the curse. There were rumors of Onikakushi of the demoning away. Had he given this year's sacrifice to Oyosho someone's curse, which had recently been occurring every year? That scary possibility, which everybody thought about but nobody could say aloud, was slowly but surely spreading throughout the village. He was he demon away and offered as a sacrifice to quell Oyosho-sama's anger. My classmates were whispering to each other that the curse didn't happen this year, so there shouldn't have been any sacrifices. On the other hand, I knew the curse did happen again this year, and there were 2 people that died. It's very something strange, but I hadn't exactly thought the elder would be the one to go missing. Everything was clear. Shad and I should have been higher priority than him. The 4 of us were thieves that broke into the taboo and set foot in the sacred ritual storehouse. Tamatake san took on us and suffered mysterious death, and it should have been minus Shion's turn next. This time should have Shion been Shion and me. I laughed painfully to myself. I yelled at Shion over the phone. I didn't want to end up in such a terrifying situation, but now that someone other than me had disappeared, I could only think that it should have been the first to go. Onikafuchi, the bottomless swamp set up in place they drowned the sacrifices long ago. Just as it ran through my mind, that villagers was also considered a swamp. Maybe police towers are plumbing this death scene now. They probably wouldn't find anyone, but not a single missing person had ever been found. They always suspected Onikafuchi, but not once have they ever turned up a corpse from it. After all, it was a devilish, bottomless swamp from which no one sings that could never return. I could hear someone telling their friend that in the classroom. Now they mentioned him, Satoshi-san. He lived on this time of year, didn't he? Satoshi, I heard that name before. He was right. He disappeared because of last year's curse. The conversation was happening in the seat next to me, so I could hear it clearly. Didn't we search the whole village like this for Satoshi-san, too? We didn't find him either. So we decided that was a demon away, right? And I heard he withdrew all his savings and ran away from home. Someone from the police said there was someone who saw him again on the bullet train at Nagoya Station. Ran away, huh? I also thought interested in the reason why she went assembled in this case. And when else who disappeared had their own reasons, too. Either way, they were stalking around because they were criminals, or they were a corpse that couldn't be found. So like innocent and just been thin air for no reason. But they disappeared. Someone disappeared whenever the curse took life as by design. They may have had various understandable reasons, but they still disappeared. From the point of view, it might have really been a demon away this time. The mayor's disappearance was the first such incident without a clear reason behind it. Of course, coming to that realization didn't help to resolve anything. It looks like I messed up the seasoning today. He is sorry. Normally, we would have devoured our lunch immediately, but today there was still time left. That was because Reno's lunch didn't taste good or anything, no. And that isn't the case. Your lunch tastes as delicious as always. So cold dips are just 6 minutes bento box and full spit of food one after the other. Yes, delicious indeed, today in particular. In fact, chomp chomp. Your animals are pumpkin crickets, right? Are you okay? Yes. Is your pumpkin then is delicious? This stick out just like a pumpkin. Because as she forced herself to shove more into her mouth. That's cute. Everyone knew. Nobody's lunch tasted very good today. Zuko kept shoving it down, repeating her remark on how good it was. If it's that good, then I guess I have to have some too. So Zuko's gonna eat it off. We let her. It's just so good that I was sounding like Yuki Jin, so eat some as well. Well, I have to show my doll generosity, right? Okay, I'll back on my account. And for both of us today. She really hated pumpkin, didn't she? It made it all the more touching. She tickles unborn generosity. I grabbed her hand and started stroking it. Head. She got into my exaggerated fashion and was bawling, tears streaming down her face. No way. You'll never grow up if you give away such good food. You eat too. I only have leftover vegetable stew, but it tastes great after having sat overnight. Yeah, but the daikon radish has such pretty color going through it. It looks delicious. I guess I'll have something there. We shoved our chopsticks in that last usual lump-sum atmosphere in to return. That was only at our desks, however. The dark tales of Hiroshi's almost curse, which had reoccurred for 5 years in a row, didn't cease. The whole class remained stuck in a somber mood. Hiroshi's almost curse had happened for 5 years straight. Everyone had wanted the previous year to be the last. What was Hiroshi's almost curse anyway? They were going to melt the demon in Misawa. The people bullying them were bad, so they were cursed. I want to admit that much. Still, the damn project was frozen years ago, wasn't it? So why is this curse stubbornly persisting? I hit myself on the cheeks to bring myself back up. Everyone else was going so hard to brighten the mood. I couldn't go straight back to thinking about the curse like that. I forced myself grim story out of my head. Driving near show someone's curse is I thought this was actually a good idea. In the end, that meant I would also be driving away the most terrifying but of all. That could be the curse next target. Oh shit, bro. I was taking no hours and how long does it take to wash your hands? I said she was going to wash her hands and she hasn't come back yet. She's probably taking an afternoon nap somewhere. Okay, well maybe it's just nothing. Anyways, she's probably taking an afternoon nap somewhere. I think she's probably pretty up last night. Looking for the mirror after a nice moment where I know to say. Today was no good. However, when she tried to listen back and move things, which came back to the mirror. It was just a no good day. I just entered here recently, so the shock of a curse up in 5 years running was an unimaginable big one. And you do appreciate that. When Chan was really little, the mirror would always spoil her. When she was going through her prankster phase, he loved her like his own daughter. She told me that often. I see, Mia was in shock too. Someone disappeared in the doll because the curse was a very scary thing. The sacrifices only knew though, and the Shan must be 100 times worse. Stucco, oh come on, whatever. Chan was taking a while too. Maybe they're taking a nice afternoon out together. Rika wasn't out that late. As soon as she yawned, I wanted to get her around there and start saying goodnight, goodnight. Now that she mentioned it, there was a lot of old people writing a prayer, but it's just fervent and gratitude towards Rika Chen in the festival too. And I imagine that indulged her again in mind. Rika Chen discovered a way to get herself to be pampered like that. Is there a reason most people treat Rika Chen like an idol? Is she their ideal image of a granddaughter or something? I don't know anything about that. But I want to see Rika Chen yawning. It's probably all like, what? I want to take her home. I don't personally think that's cute. It's more like, wow. And she opens her mouth really wide so you can see the back of her throat. Her throat is the thing in her throat. All wobbly. Oh, when it's handy at times like these. I finally managed to get her throat laugh. Oh, right. I'm on day 3 today, aren't I? I need to go water the flower of the garden. And go water the flower. Okay. The ones outside the teacher's lounge too, so they can immediately tell if you don't do it right. I think Sakura Chen was cute, not only Eureka Chen. Ooh, feel can't breathe. Oh, I glimpsed it was so cute. Sakura Chen was so cute too. I'm gonna take you home. We know squeezing her hands around Satoko's neck, trying to get a look into her throat. Rina is, I can say it out loud, but she's a notorious pervert, isn't she? That's what I'm just thinking. That's the sense it is. And just she's sweating. I make a weird noise like a chicken being strangled. It was kind of hilarious, and I couldn't help but laugh. At some point, the classroom had erupted into laughter too. Maybe Rina was doing it on purpose. She wasn't. This nonsense was a welcome sight. Anyway, let's go with the flowers. Well, I still have time to study. Study while I still have time. Slowly and quietly lest I destroyed the room's new empties, I left the classroom. The watering can was hanging up outside the kitchen. This building had originally been all male forestry service building, so there was apparently nothing so thoughtful as a garden here before. When they decided to have a school share in the space, they built one there's a modest gesture of appreciation. But while the flower bed was a little longer than you'd expect, and went all around, and went all over the place. It was so big, one needed to refill the watering can 5 or 6 times to get it all done. I was doing this together with a kid who was also thankfully on day 3 today. She was in lowest grade, though, and full size smaller than even Rika Chen. Okay, make a kid who would struggle just to lift a full watering can help me with this. For this, if one was placed on day 2 with someone on like, they do it all for you, so it'd be like cake. No point in blaming her. I'll give up. I'll just get started. Watering can in hand, it just as I was about to leave the building, the old man from the forestry office addressed to me. Said there's a vegetable garden behind the warehouse, right? I said, I'll just water that too, would you? And the curry vegetable garden, the one with the potatoes and carrots and other things that are only ingredients for curry. It's definitely in the personal garden of our curry living teacher, but making students responsible for this upkeep is getting them involved in her personal affairs. I couldn't say it to his face, so I gave him the side of carrying out my day duties. The sunlight out front was strong. the great chorus of cicadas with strongly underlined note how nothing was different than today. No, that nothing was different today than yesterday. I passed by the classroom and I didn't know how it happened, but Rena and Satoko were in the middle of a huge melee. With all was gone, the kids had arranged all desks in a circle forming a ring while everyone was cheering them on. Yes, that's how it should be. Once school ended, we returned to reality where the talk of the elders' disappearance would once again be all over the place. I wanted everyone to forget about everything and have fun. Just like yesterday, if only we were there at school. In that sense, Otoko whirling up on Mina's backwards flying spin kick made for a pleasant sight. Even as a result, they flipped over my desk. That's my pencil box. Good, I'll just let it happen today. That sucks, bruh. Listen, work hastily, wanting nothing more than be done as soon as possible. That should do it. No sooner had I thought that, I remember that I had to water the teacher's curry vegetable garden too. That's such a pain, but I have a feeling that it'll come back to bite me if I don't. I gave up and filled the can with water again and headed up behind the warehouse. This was a place students didn't like to go. It was always damp here, and you couldn't discard the possibilities of slugs and pill bugs being around. That was a pill bug. So when I ran across a place like that, I was surprised. Oh, hey, Rika-chan. Whoa. Oh, it's Rika-chan. Don't scare me like that. You would say that like a puppet devoid of life. I was the only one who was startled here. Rika-chan didn't even react to my appearance. Rika-chan found that she noticed me. Her expression was clearly abnormal. There was red under her eyes stained with tears and dirt. There was blades of grass stuck to her in her hair, too, and her clothes looked as though she'd fallen to the ground. Rika-chan, are you hurt? Did you fall? No, that's isn't it, Rika-chan said in the brightest voice she could manage as she rubbed her eyes. She didn't look anywhere near normal, though. What happened? You weren't sleeping on the storehouse with the roof and it fell off or anything, did you? Don't worry about me. I want to ask you, Kichi. Rika-chan walked over and clung to me. At first, I thought she was putting a trick on me. Eventually, however, Elizabeth, so that I wouldn't run from the question she was about to ask. I shuddered. What do you want from me? She looked straight into my eyes. Her upturned eyes bored right into me. It was as if they were trying to pull the answer out of my own eyes without actually asking me the question. It was scary, so I averted my eyes from her. Kichi, did you used to bad night at the festival? My body gave a jolt from my very core. Rika-chan, who was clinging to me, might have felt my shiver. A nervous tingle caught up on my feet, and I took it up my back and facing my entire body and made its way into my brain. Kichi, do you really not remember? My head began to throb. I don't understand anything. Mian asked me. Oh, she asked me. She unasked me. And now Rika-chan was asking me. We thought nobody knew about what we did last night, but in fact everyone knew. They all knew, and they came to ask me again and again until I admitted it. When I thought about it, it was really clear the whole thing was on the open. After all, then don't Tamataka-san stands to prove it. Okay, Kichi, how should I respond? We never stepped into the forbidden storehouse, even though I regretted it so much. She said it wasn't enough. However, all I had all but decided I was going to say, I'm not exactly a good kid, you know. I've done lots of bad things, so I can't remember anything specific. Just as I had with all the others, I evaded the question. Rika-chan stood up with innocent eyes. Her eyes were so painful that I had to look away. After a few moments of mutual silence, Rika-chan released me. Oh, I thought Rena was the one holding to her. I'm sorry for asking you something strange. Please forget about it. She said, smile on her usual smile. Then tapped after that, she went right off as if nothing had happened. As she retreated in silence, I could feel her accusing me. Rika-chan, she didn't hear my voice and I was going to give up. However, she heard it. Rika-chan pulled around, waiting for me to continue. I was asking her questions now. Still asking if them could just be a half-assed way of meaning what I did. Hey, Rika-chan, what is it? If anyone knows anyway, then I should be able to at least ask this, right? Why is everyone asking me about the night of the festival, that evening? Had I done that wrong? I felt plenty sorry about it, and I only looked anyway. I didn't break anything or steal anything, really. Still, Tamatake-san and Takano-san, they died so miserably. Since those two had come to such an end, there's obviously no way it would forgive me. Only me, Rika-chan cutely tilted her head in confusion and waited for me to say something. If I were to what happened that night, though, she went suddenly do it on 80 as if flipping a switch. That makes sense. Because Jen was a shrine maiden. She was least likely to forgive me for breaking into the taboo, wasn't she? Upon reflection, I went telling her to be more terrified than telling Miyano Oishi-san. Jen could just give up and leave, couldn't she? She didn't. She only was quietly went from the scene myself. Say it, Kichi, my bear. If you're really sorry, then you should say so. Of course, there's only no one to hesitate given the crazy way Tamatake-san Takano-san died. A puppet machine called Chaos was going at my brain. The juice was run out of it, turned the big drop as the sun was beginning to fall. Kichi, Jen suddenly straightened up, trying to pat me on the head. I don't really understand what you're worried about, Kichi. I had nothing to say to that. I lowered my head so little that Rika-chan's palm could reach it. She petted me kind of like one with a cat. Don't you know about the big storehouse a little way behind the shrine grounds? It's just about implements we use for rituals. My breath literally stopped. Rika-chan didn't even know she wasn't acting in a glorious way at all. And apparently on the night of the festival, a cat knocked into the snore house. A cat? Yes, a cat. Meow meow. Rika-chan knew. She realized I was in fear. I could tell she was desperately trying to choose the right words so she wouldn't scare me. The cat always wanted to explode inside the storehouse, but I was immune to it and never let it go inside. So the night of the festival, the cat couldn't hold itself back any longer. It went inside. The cat, it was closely supposed to be Takano-san. Oh wait, was it supposed to be me? Inside there were lots of things that scared the cat. Ricochet made it just like a ghost was coming to frighten me. The cat was both terrified and amazed. It ran away as fast as it could. Clatter, clatter, shiver, shiver, meow, meow. It was terrible. The cat knew each thing it was. The cat is a cat, meow, meow. We could just still avoid saying it. The cat, though, was without doubt me. Rika-chan, please tell me. The cat, what should it do now? Maybe it was a difficult question to ask. I swear I meant to be in the cat. Cat is just a cat, so it can just keep meowing and everything will be fine. Hey, everything will be fine, that's stupid. Shouldn't it just keep meowing? Jeez, Rika-chan, I put an entire conversation using cat as a code word. I didn't say it directly, but I'd already admitted it. And I didn't want to end up like those two. I didn't want to be a sacrifice like Li Shion said. That's what I thought, so suddenly I meant silent. But now that's enough. It could just keep meowing. The dog saw the cat and making mischief and sneaking inside. The dog. That's right. It was the dog. It keeps coming to the cat and trying to get it to say it's sneak inside. After I said that, Rika-chan's expression clouded over. She was trying to hide it, but I already noticed her eyes darkening. Rika-chan. The sun was running, so I spurred her on. At that point, Rika-chan grinned. She didn't go all crazy on me. It's alright. I'll protect the cat. Huh? I thought for a moment that I misheard those words, so dependable they were. The cat's really scared, but it really isn't all that bad. I think if all dogs are just misunderstanding, it's not that bad. The cat's worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. Rika-chan will do something about it. I don't even know left and right at that moment, so Rika-chan didn't look all that dependable. It might be hard, but I'll do my best. Go for it, yay. She clenched her fist and stuck in the air. Rika-chan said that the cat just keep meowing. She said to leave it all to her. Is that really all it took to resolve this whole thing? Will you actually be alright, Rika-chan? If I don't do my best, it's something that could happen to the dogs too. I had no idea what Rika-chan was talking about anymore. She had been talking to me under the assumption that I was aware of certain things. So at first I understood her. Around the middle though, I stopped understanding anything. However, one thing I didn't know was to not worry and leave it to her. Rika-chan straightened me up once again, patted me on the head and smiled. I was so moved by the reassuring feeling that I couldn't help but to start to cry. I'm sorry. The cat, it was really just a bit of mischief. I didn't think any of this would. I was too much of a scaredy cat. That's why I should never have seen the storehouse. She was right. It was far too shocking for something based on love of interest alone. That's why they made it so difficult to look at in the first place, wasn't it? Rika-chan, what will happen to the cat? Two of the cats just not getting well that night. I heard him tell the son to cut on son's death, but kept a secret. Rika-chan might have not known about it. Tamaka and Takano, it gave stars to mention of actual names. They always weird to do that at this point. You should forget about them. My spine froze again. Forget? Yes, it won't do you any good to remember those, Tsukichi. The more you think about it, the scarier it will get, so you should forget about them as soon as possible. She says it was so enormously terrifying without letting the smile on her face waver at all. I don't know where you heard that about it from, but you should forget it and make your mind as clean as scrub the bathtub. Forget it, Jenny, you know, don't you? You know how those two died. No matter how they died, it was what they do with you, Kichi. You could declare this in a flat voice. Nothing to do with me. So forget about it. The girl before me, she was innocent and lovable, and even some trustworthy, but suddenly took on another dimension. Don't get involved with their deaths. I'll help you, Kichi. Those two contradictory statements twisted and distorted my image of the girl in front of me. What about Shihan? What happened to her? It might have been just to mention Shihan's name, but I couldn't stop asking for myself. I'm asking. Rikichin saw through everything anyway. There was no way I was going to fool her, keeping them from her at this point. The younger of the sister's cat said meow meow. Yeah, the little sister's cat. Rikichin appeared upon this for a moment. It was hard for me to endure even this momentary silence. The big sister cat is angry. The little sister cat is bad, so she's really mad. The big sister cat, that could only be Mion. I recall being questioned by her yesterday, Kichi. The big sister cat is not in a good mood at all. I think we should leave her alone for a while. Not in a good mood. Those words sent a shiver through me. Mion was mad. She was mad that we entered the ritual storehouse. Let's stop having club from now on. Huh? Why? I think we should leave her alone. Ricochet handed her signals with such force that I couldn't say anything in response. Hey, Kichi, my bear, don't disobey Ricochet right now. She's the only one who said she'll help me right now. I'll leave things to her just as she said to. I mean, even if she said that the cat should just keep meowing. I'll forget everything like she said. I'll leave everything to her. I'll forget everything like Takano-san to make like a son I did last night. Just then we heard the bell far away from the ending of our lunch break. I guess we should go back to class. Kichi, as if she didn't notice how miserable I was about to leave everything there and flee the scene. Ricochet called up to stop me. After a misunderstanding, dog comes to try and bite the cat. Please tell me, okay? And then we said, misunderstanding dog. So he put it in such a key sounding way, but the true meaning behind those words was an eerie one. Who is the misunderstanding dog? The dog that bit the mayor. I don't know why it did that. If it was written about anyone, it would have been the trickster cat first. The floor below my body felt like it would completely stop for a moment. Gichin had admitted it. The sacrifice of that terrible calamity, she admitted that if they were happening again, it would be shield on her eye. This, I didn't know what was true about the girl standing before me. My suspicion gave way to fear and nearly began to change into anger. Was she a savior who would protect me, or a stranger trying to kill me for the sake of a horrible tradition? I had no idea what was true. I'm sorry. The cat's already scared, and I said it was scared even more. I'm really sorry. Ricochet bowed so quickly it looked like her hand had been pulled downward. So she was right. I was cowering. I could distinctly feel my body shaking violently. So when Ricochet reached her head out to pat me on the head, I pulled away without thinking. I'm sad. Ricochet made a very sad face, but I couldn't just bring myself to put my head for her again. That day Ricochet, so she wasn't feeling enough for club activities that day, so she stood there and not bother. And there was always Vito doesn't feel up to it. Rena and Alice seemed really disappointed. The big sister guy's not in a good mood. I remember Ricochet's words that quietly stole a glance at Mel's expression. I forget the way she questioned me yesterday, and her behavior was the same as it always was. 30 minutes already. Damn, dude. That is another chapter, is it? I mean, it doesn't seem like it's too early, but it doesn't seem like it's too late either, so I don't know. I guess not. Nope. I don't dinner without the energy to watch TV. I climbed my futon, my bed, and let my head be overtaken by gloomy thoughts. I told Rika-chan anything and everything. She has seemed just at the time had that really been the right choice. The more I looked back on it, the less I understood what Rika-chan was saying. Not only did she know about Takano-san and Tamatake-san's death, but she spoke of them as if she were a concerned party. After all this time, my futon began to tremble fiercely. Had I been alerting to Rika-chan's sweet smile and told her things I shouldn't have? She continued to feign ignorance, as she had shown her such a weak inside of me. How much is our mix of regret and fear, and it colored the darkness of the knife, an additional layer of fear, or terror. Suddenly in the dark, I revealed. I was so surprised I was. Kichi had been calling him for a while. He gave a phone call. It was from Sumisaki-san. It was Dad. And he shuffled the cordless phone to the grab at my door. Sumisaki-san was one older sister or the younger one. I don't know. Ask her yourself. I took the receiver and buried myself in the futon again. Hello, Mian, or is it Shion? It's me, Shion. Good evening. I quickly jumped out of bed. I was Shion, who had hopes this would call me back last night. Shion, I'm sorry about last night. I got all riled up. I heard what sounded like a deep sigh on the other end. You and me on the same position, aren't we? I sure I blame you for everything like that. I'm sorry, so please cheer up. I called you because I'm in a better mood. If you're sorry, then I'll forgive you, so please stop apologizing. Shion's tone still sounded a little angry, but for that moment she said she'd forgive me. You're right, too. We're tied to the same fate. Making sure the others are right, so I'm going to guarantee your own safety. Yeah, I agree. We absolutely need to share whatever information we have, so we don't die like the Takano-san and the good son did. Call, if I force myself to swallow a drop of saliva, then let's continue from where we left off. You'll listen without getting angry this time, alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. Firstly, it seems like sneaking into the ritual storehouse was more of a taboo than we thought. Takano-san told me to sounds miserable, and it's terrible enough that you could call it my warning. There were more than enough to make me believe that. The culprits killed those two. No one's responsible for selling the storehouse, and they'll come for us next. I don't even want to deny that, but please accept it. It'll be too late to believe me after he disappeared, okay? I got it. You can never be too careful, after all. I don't want to accept it either. The thing that's sneaking a peek at the museum torture devices deserves a death like that. I don't want to believe it. That's what taboo is for those who honor. If one breaks the taboo, no matter how small or innocent their intentions were, they won't be forgiven. As a important thing, we notice it seems strange. If we connect all tiny pieces that we have, then just maybe we'll find out who killed them, or maybe even the truth behind the incidents of the previous years. We could find the key that'll resolve everything. Right. You're right about that. All I was doing was waiting in fear, but Sean had already thought of that far ahead. Giving no choice whether she felt, I became embarrassed over how passive I was being. Then I'll start since I suggested it. I feel like somebody has been watching me lately. What? It might be my imagination, but I'll tell you anyway. I think it's just me, but if you feel like you're being watched too, Kichi, then maybe it's not just my imagination. Well, don't worry, at the very least, everything's been fine for me, I think. As we spoke with Shion, I thought back on today. I know Graham would say that everything was fine. I see, then I suppose it was my imagination, but you be careful too, Ki-chan. Be especially careful when you're by yourself in public. I'm an Okinamiya, so I won't be alone very often, but you live in Hinamisawa. There'll be lots of times you'll be alone. Please be extra careful. You're right. Yeah, I'll be careful. Also about my sister. Has she been acting strange lately? Your sister, alright, Mian, what do you mean by acting strangely? Well, yesterday she came to me and asked me where I was on the Watanagashi. Well, that she asked me too. The day before yesterday, Mian asked me. I see. I told her I wasn't there. What did you say? I did the same thing. I just dodged the question. Both of us gave a quiet sigh of relief. Ever since the night of the festival, my sister has been acting strangely. We can't be too careful, so just be aware, okay? Mian was acting strangely. Aside from her asking me about the night of Watanagashi, she hadn't seemed too out of the ordinary, at least from my point of view. My twin sister, though, she was saying she was acting weird. Maybe it was such a slight change that a stranger like me wouldn't be able to notice. Got it. I'll start being careful. I'll always have Rena with me on my way back from school, so I shouldn't end up alone with Mian very often. Please be careful. If there's anything that's bothering you can tell me. Alright. Okay, is there anything you can want to tell me, Ki-chan? My turn. I said maybe I should report what she said and ask me to distinguish in the library. Well, that time when you were too close to escape, yeah, what you said asked me pretty forcefully. Whether I was with Takano-san, Tomodachi-san that night, whether I had seen you, or she said seemed to have seen the four of us together. And the police's point of view, that would make us the last people who'd seen them. I suppose given that it's only natural they'd be interested in us. I weighed the questions in too, but that might have just made them more interested. There's no way I could have tricked this style of fox, Soichi-san. My troubled countenance would have only made them even more certain. If she understood the police, shouldn't we just tell them? I mean, considering our situation, thinking them on our side would be a good thing. Sean didn't answer right away. For a few moments, all I could hear was her breathing, so as she thought about it. Now that I think of it, Uchi-san said there was something possible shady about me, and at least I think that's what he said. Yeah, he definitely did. As I explained yesterday, Samasaki family holds a lot of influence over Hinamisawa. Oishi is another impression that the whole village, with the Sonozaki from the center of it all, is responsible for recurring freak deaths. The whole village is behind them, with the Sonozaki family at the center. Please don't just get angry like you did yesterday and just listen. I hammered that home before I got too upset. Okay. During the Nusawa Dam Wars, a priest who everyone was anticipating to lead the anti-dam movement acted as though he were unrelated, so the Sonozaki main house rose up to take charge. My sister told you all about the battles happening, right? Yeah. All of Nusawa got together and fought as one. They held protests, brought to court, even appeared on TV. And nearly there were many things that happened that were far more extreme. Under the surface, the Sonozaki main house was doing all sorts of legal things to oppose it. They were acting illegally. For example, they would sneak into the construction site in the middle of the night and steal equipment or break it or put sugar cubes in the gasoline tanks on the construction vehicles. Sugar in the gasoline tanks, why would they? You don't know. It's practically the representative guerrilla tactic. It was used by underground organizations in France in World War II for one. When you push your grenade, the engine gets burned down, it breaks down. That's pretty bad, though, isn't it? It was destruction of property, nothing less. When they beefed up the guard at the construction facility, the family turned to attacking important construction personnel who worked there. The government officials who had given permission to the construction, for example, received all kinds of threats. Not just for people from the prefecture's office either. Apparently this reached as far as the Ministry of Construction. As far as I've heard, they even kidnapped a child once. Kidnapped? Yes. She got out of an important person in the Ministry of Construction was in charge of the Nusawa Dam and got spirited away. Then one day, all of a sudden, he was rescued in Takatsuda, upstream from Hinamusawa. Apparently, there were never any criminal accusations, but people whispered that there had been no threat to the dam construction from happening. Besides that, there are stories about some different threats that couldn't possibly list them all. So that's sort of bad, isn't it? We're in the middle of the whole thing. The first thing happened when the construction manager occurred. People whispered that the Sonozaki family had bought out the principal offender, but of course he fled and they still haven't found him. Once you put that way, Sonozaki family definitely seems suspicious. Oishi suddenly seems to think the criminal which was erased, so he wouldn't talk, which is pretty reasonable of him. Even it's enough to make me think that the Sonozaki main house is doing some really shitty things behind the scenes, even though I'm related to them. Are you telling me to believe that? This sounds like a main house where Mion lives has done all these bad things. You're telling me to believe it? Even if you don't teach in the villages do. While they oppose them in upright and lawful ways, it sounds like house did the dirty work for them. Anyone believes that they fought at their friends, so they take the burden as a criticism. So they reacted as sort of heroes of darkness. I think I only really know one part of it. For example, they had the really bad stuff like the kidnapping. I think only a handful of people even know about it, including Grandma. The Sonozaki family is secretive, after all. Secretive, huh? Her family is so uncomfortable that even Shion, who is related to them, doesn't know anything about them. The Sonozaki family, unlike Shion, her older twin Mion, was deeply involved with everything. That was not a fun thought to entertain. My sister, though young, was the one who acted as the center of the legal resistance movement. Mion was, what do you mean? Well, her dad's a big shot Yakuza. Even when she was little, my sister managed to subjugate a bunch of young street rats. And she played all sorts of tricks on them, just yelling got in their way. Neon did that? No, she's pretty laid back, so it might be hard to imagine. They put her in charge of everything, from property damage to threats, even acts of violence. Though since she was a kid, they could get her released pretty easily. She learned that her age could be used as a weapon. Maybe indiscreet, but I couldn't help but chuckle dryly. She may have been young, but she's certainly still Mion. Even back then, she'd already been known for her craftiness. There's nothing I laughed about. Please take this seriously. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. She had gotten me pretty angry at me. Well, her delinquency soon got her into a position of authority in the Sonozaki main house. It's unthinkable that Uchi suspects him for dismemberment and later ones too. For a few moments, I was dumbstruck at the tales of Mion's past. What? Oh, cool. Another imagined image I had of her, a younger Mion dirtying her hands with all sorts of crimes, giving a damn construction project to help. As the successor to the Sonozaki main family, she was always right at the center of the vortex of the strangest sinister occurring after year. Was that really the Mion I know? Or maybe the one I know isn't the real Mion. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't bring myself to accept those images of Mion I was hearing from another person. But back to the main subject, I just wanted you to know that my sister's someone worth being cautious around. Please be careful. I didn't want to understand. I mean, I was a fantastic friend. I was just doing room to back me in the corner like that. She did ask me pretty harshly about the night of the festival, but even that, it wasn't like she was in a way or anything. Alright, I'll make sure to be careful. We sisters related by blood within the Funzuki family are basically under a different class. I want you to recognize how distant they are from me. Please, on the more Sean tells me about Mia, the less I understand who Mian is. The Mian I know was an dangerous person. She was jokes around, small life was full of passion. Now that I realize there's such a view towards her, she almost told me to change it. Speak of around her best friend ever to doubt her. It was very sad and painful. Now about Uishi, if you think it's a good idea, then I should give him the information he needs. And then you see them please and I say, well, we work in our favor. You thought so too, Shion. It's just at the moment I like to explain the police have others, and it sounds like your family already. Oishi in particular completely believes that they're the masterminds behind the civil incidents. That includes me, of course. So I don't really want much to do with Oishi. I see, if Oishi said enough figured out the Sonozaki family strife filled history, then he probably won't be very happy with Shion either. At least I know some Mion's instinctive dislike for Oishi's son. It's probably out in the open at this point, but try not to give him a name to him. If you agree to that, then I don't think there's a problem with you telling him anything. Got it. And we're not mentioning your name. Please have investigation. It should be quite a level weapon for us right now. If she tells you anything interesting, tell me no as well. Yeah, of course. We'll share information together. We killed Takano-san and Tomodachi-san, who was after us. Until we know, we need to defend ourselves. Anything else besides what she told you, I mean? Anything has happened, no matter how minor, please tell him, aside from my discussion with Uishi-san. Oh. Should I tell her that I revealed everything to Rika-chan? Rika was sharing something like she needs tonight, damn it. She told me to leave it to her, but what? That's right. When I was talking to her, I mentioned Shion's name too. Was that a mistake? I felt like Shion would get angry. Nothing else, Ki-chan. I remember quiet for a little while, so Shion encouraged me to speak, and with the bear the sounds, as I struggled what to say, she understood me instead. It doesn't sound like it, so I can ask you something. I just heard myself. Is it true that my old man Kimiyoshi went missing? Old man Kimiyoshi made it to me. That was the name of the mayor. You mean the mayor? Why shouldn't he haven't heard? I don't know anything. I just overheard my dad talking on the phone again. Realized I shouldn't have said that. Hearing myself with things would happen around this time when I reached someone's curse. It would occur when I'll be covered up. Wait, she just say her old man, which I mean imply her dad, but she just said I just heard my dad over talking about it on the phone again. So who is she to him? Whatever. Yeah, actually, listen, that I mean, I didn't come home, so Olivia himself was confused. They searched through all the village, but if they found him there, and I haven't heard, the police should be searching for him as well. Important right away. Well, I need too much more like that. Important right away. She showed angrily at me, wearing all her emotion in the bear. Sir, I thought you already knew. I didn't want to hide it or anything. This should everyone silent. Did she get mad again and hang up? Is she on? Hello? Ki-chan. What? What should I do? Sean sounded confused voice. Sounded like it belonged to a different person than the one you learned a few seconds ago. For so long, tell me we're not keeping secrets from each other, right? She didn't stay for a long while, but then she confessed, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hide it. It's just that while the conversation going to turn around and we're on the same side, right? I won't get mad, so tell me honestly. She still hesitated for a few moments, and it was on before she continued. Old man Kimiyoshi, I told him everything. She seemed to think I would yell at her right after she said that, so I heard her catching her breath. Contrary to what she thought, I was a little bit relieved. She had done the same thing I have, and I confessed everything in the kitchen. Sinking the voice as I could, so I had to set her off. I responded. Old man Kimiyoshi, he's so comfortable confiding in Shion. Yes, he would. When I was little, he was really nice to me. Shion felt the same pain as a result of his son Maris's appearance. She had difficult strength on Mian as she continued her voice. She sounded truly sad and pained. All I did was just play tricks on him, but he would always just smile. He listened to anything I had to say. He was such a kind person. Calm down, Shion. It's not like he's dead, right? Don't lose heart so easily. Shion didn't answer, and as I said to myself, I didn't think we'd ever find the missing mayor again. We probably wouldn't even figure out if he was alive or dead. Shion must have been thinking the same thing. That night, I told the mayor that we stuck it to the ritual stores, and someone saw us and went to get us. He wants out to get us. This the mayor. Oh, come on, stop. Whatever. Why can't he just go all the way down so the whole thing is filled before it goes to the next one? Come on. Yes, he knew about it. I told him that they died by Oishi someone's curse, and that I could be making a sacrifice to calm his anger. I just said it straight out, right? But then, Oh, Mikey Mushy didn't get angry. He smiled and told me if I was properly sorry, but I there's no way I'd be demoned away. He was really smiling, and he told me to leave it to him. Until she stopped answering to find any words for her. I can't imagine the kind of person in the mirror was, no, she was like, but it was a comfort have so much stress when I be crushed by anxiety. Today we could taught me that too. As someone gave me such intense security would disappear. And I could guess what kind of shock she was in. It's my fault because I revealed everything. Stop it, Shion. It's not your fault. No, it was my fault. I told him everything. Man, he she found out about everything, so he has to be killed. It was right after I told him, after all. This appeared the same night that I confessed, and he told me everything was going to be alright. He found out, so he became involved. I should have never told him. A lot of that should have just been our fault, only the four of us. It wasn't something I should have told to someone else. He got killed because I told him. He got killed because he knew. He got killed because I revealed it. Hey, stop. If they were doing that, then they would obviously have killed you before killing the mayor. The order is all wrong. You or I should have been killed first. Why the hell would someone else get killed first? No, it's in order. They must be planning to kill us last of all. Huh? What? What? They're not killing the first people who come to the mine. They're starting by killing those who are close to. Then, after they cause us so much pain, they'll kill us. That must be what they're doing. I said, calm down, John. You're in shock. You're panicking. The mayor's appearance has nothing to do with you. It's unconnected. It's not related to Takano-san. Tomataka-san died at all either. Noise came on the screen as if I was shouting them at myself. No, it's connected. It just has to be. I told him so he was killed. He got killed because he knew. I confessed it to him, so he got killed. She repeated the same thing before as though she were in delirium. Except my giant console crashed young. For some reason, I shut out my beginning to freeze. Froze. In the shadow, a cold arm reached out so cold it seemed like it would freeze and leave my heart just by touching me and grabbed my ankle. The heat drained my body. My body was absorbing it. It was horrible chill. It was cold, freeze cold, numbly and frigid. It was an unavailable chill of fear. Though I sympathized with Shion and not even thinking it was something else she had to worry about. In my head, Shion's eerie words repeated again and again. He was killed because I told him. He was killed because he found out. I confessed everything. So he was killed. Those words echoed through my head like a monotone mantra, and finally those even petitions took on meaning. The quiet shaking that had already overtaken me turned into a violent shiver that shut my spine. Rika-chan, it's Rika-chan. What? What did you just say now? Well, the truth is, I told her about it. I told Rika-chan today. Rika-chan, you mean Rika-chan, the one from the first shine? Yes, Rika-chan. I felt so scared that I did it. I told Rika-chan. What did she say? The cat is worrying too much. I'll do something about it for sure. That's what Rika-chan said, and she smiled. She smiled just like missing the mirror had what? She smiled just like the missing mirror had when he encouraged Shion. I'm sorry, Shion. I'm a bit worried about Rika-chan. Alright, if you're that concerned, don't worry about me. Please go find out whether she's safe. And yeah, I'll do that. I'll call you again tomorrow at the same time. When I do, you'll know I'm still alright. I'll be waiting. Okay, bye. Sorry, I'm hanging up. I put down the receiver with that warning for Shion to say goodbye. The danger to Shion and myself was secondary at this point. My sixth sense was blaring alarms in my head. I don't like this feeling. It's really bad. It's definitely bad. Damn it, please be safe, Rika-chan. So we going to run after her or what? Gonna go to her house. Is this the end of the chapter? Things are getting pretty intense, bro. They're just saying a lot of things are getting pretty intense. This is probably the end of the chapter. Alright, I'll see you guys later.